During my consultation with many intending mothers, when they find out that they won't be able to use their eggs for the process, there's a sense of sadness and grief that comes into their hearts. It's form of unspoken emotion. A lot of emotion floods straight into their hearts, and sadness becomes one of the most highest form of emotion they feel, followed by grief and then guilt. It has happened at different occasions, knowing that they can't use their eggs for the process of either surrogacy or IVF. And it's something that they struggle with throughout the process in most cases. And it's something they could struggle with later on in the future. Knowing fully well I didn't produce this eggs that produce this child, knowing fully well that their partners or their husbands had the option of using their sperm, transferring a genetics or their DNA to the baby, and they couldn't. It gives them lots of mixed emotions. Emotions they can speak about except to the right set of people. Emotions they battle with over time. And most cases, a lot of people don't understand where they're coming from. Their husbands, partners, family members may not understand where they're coming from, but it's woman's every woman's dream of having their own child coming from them. Something that you pass down to the child and feel okay. My child looks like me. Or my child took some of my characters. I can see some part of myself in my child. That feeling that you pass down something, that you passed something to your child. That's something many women feel they had to give up because they are going to be using a donor egg, or they used a donor egg. And in a society like ours, whereby um, the male child or the male DNA is passed down, it becomes more peculiar, more, more, spectacular, and people just feel okay, okay. Or most fathers or most husbands were like, okay, it's at least I could pass down. I use my sperm. It's not a big deal as a woman if you didn't use your eggs. I've had many situations like that come into play where the husband tries to belittle or don't really see what the wife is actually, trying to feel or trying to explain. Oh, it's not my egg. It's just going to be my husband's sperm. And the husband will say, okay, but at least it's my sperm. He doesn't see where the wife is coming from. So most times, the intending mother shuts down her emotions, feeling grief without being able to share her grief with anybody, not even her husband or her partner. And truth be told is, I understand your feeling, I understand your emotions. We understand where you're coming from. And I'm not here to tell you that we have a different route whereby your eggs can be used for the process. But I'm just going to tell you this, just like how I tell all intending mothers that come for consultations, that you not being the egg provider doesn't mean you failed. Doesn't mean the child is not yours. It doesn't make you less a parent to that child. It only means that you have a different route, you have a different way, a different process of having your own child. Everybody have their own different ways by which parenthood comes to them. Everybody are blessed in their own different form of parenthood. And because yours is different, doesn't make you less of a parent. And let's not forget that children, whether they come from you, either you're the sperm or the egg provider, or if you used a donor egg or donor sperm, or if you adopted the child through legal adoption, children tend to emulate their parents. Most of the things that the children end up portraying through their characters, through their behavioral senses, is gotten from their parents. The way the parents look at something, the way the parents talk, the way the parents sit. As a child growing up, the child is like a clay that is molded. So how you want to mold the child is the way you as a parent would have the tendency to mold the child to your likeness, to what you want the child to be. And that is what parenthood is. Being able to what? Create a child, construct a child, make the child turn out to be what you feel your child is meant to turn out to be. And children learn through a lot of ways, through their eyes. From birth, they look around their environments, they see how you behave as a parent, and they emulate you. Also, from birth, as an intending mother, you're going to be with your baby. The way you behave, the way you suit this child, the way you look at this child, the child sees, feels you, listens to your voice. That child will only see you as his or her mother. Because you're going to be the only mother that child will know. So no matter how you got your child, if it's your egg, if it's not your egg, if it's through surrogacy, through IVF processes, or through legal adoption, that child would only look up to you as a mother. So you not providing the eggs doesn't make you a failure. It doesn't make you less of a mother. It only means that you use a different route to make family possible for yourself. So this is something you should never be ashamed of. This is something you should not feel sad about. And even if you're sad about it, always know you are not alone.